What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know. We had a little technical difficulties there, but I told Jessica I would come in the group and just finish it off. And if you all have any questions for me, you can ask away. I have absolutely no problem with answering whatever you want. But basically, this weekend, I'm going to be discussing a lot of the things that we just talked about. Jessica and I just talked about. How it typically works for me is that I have a program called Smart Success PT where I teach people about the things that I feel are lacking in DPT programs and occupational therapy programs. And I really just think it's extremely important for you all to be able to at least first here, you know what, just say this, at least first acknowledge that these things are important and you're going to have to learn it. Okay? And the things that I talk about and the things that I'm going to be discussing, I've actually been working on the entire presentation. It should take about 60 to 75 minutes that I'm going to be basically like a lecture. And let's go in and let's understand, look, these are the things that you're going to need to understand. There's a couple things that I think are really important as we move into 2019 for you to understand. Number one is that the actual investment to become an allied health professional is questionable now. If you're going to be an allied health professional and you're just going to be a straight staff clinician, you really need to consider if this really makes sense for you. Okay? You really need to consider it. And basically what I mean by that is sometimes the numbers just don't add up anymore. They're just not adding up, you know? I mean, they're just not adding up. The other big issue with it is that there's not a lot of progression, a lot of ascension. So even if you're like, oh, okay, that's no big deal, but I'll get a 4% raise every single year. Well, it doesn't work like that anymore. It just doesn't. The 4 years that I was a clinician, the first year I got a 1.5% increase in pay. Here, I want to throw some stuff at y'all just so you kind of understand how this really works. And how it's really not set up for you to win. Okay, so if you take from 1995 to 2017, okay, let's go ahead and use those numbers. If you look at this, the price of houses, right, from 1995 to 2017, the price of houses have gone up about 250%. Okay, if you look at the prices of cars, right, like right now, I'm actually my daughter's about to turn 16 and looking at getting her, a nice little car or something like that, right? And it's amazing because when I got my my first car at 17 years old, and I got a brand new 1995 Corolla, y'all, right? Okay, and I look today, and the same Corolla, is like $24,000. I got my Corolla for like $8,999 in 1995. If you look at what it costs to raise a child in 1995, you're looking somewhere around $150,000. Today it's about $300,000. $300,000 to raise a child. Here's where the problem is. Oh, by the way, here, let's talk about education. Okay, back in 1990, I think the number is actually 1990. I think this was the stat. 1990, it was like $29,000 for you to get a 4-year degree. Today, the average price to get a 4-year degree is in the low 90s. So as you see, everything's going up. This is why I tell y'all that it's not set up for you to win. The median income from 1990 to 2017 has gone up less than 4%. Now, every single thing that I told you, it's been 200%, 300%. Now, how the hell is everything going to go up 2 to 300%, but your pay has only gone up about 3 to 4% in 15 years? I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. I'm just being very honest with you. I didn't want to be an entrepreneur. I did not want that, trust me. I just wanted to be a regular worker. It's just not set up for you to win anymore. And so the truth of the matter is that I never thought that I would be in a situation to where here I am having over 500 to 600 people on a live training. And I'm actually, and funny enough, all these people are signing up because I think they're even starting to realize that there's no other way. There's no other way to make this investment as an occupational therapist actually pay off if you're not an entrepreneur. Now, whether that means you actually open up a practice, or that means you open up an online business, or you create a side hustle, or you build a following and you get your following to be able to buy products that you endorse, however that looks is going to be different for everyone. But what I am saying is that today you cannot win if you're not an entrepreneur. You have no shot. 5-10 years from now, I don't even think you'll be able to survive. And the truth of the matter is that if you look at it, the 595 rule is what's happening in this world. So what I've come to understand is this. I want to be on the side of the 5%. I want to be in control of my life, and I don't want somebody controlling it. I don't want someone telling me exactly how I have to deliver healthcare. I don't want someone, especially someone that's not clinical, that really doesn't care about the patient and doesn't want what's in the best interest of the patient. I don't want them telling me exactly how I have to do everything. Nah, that ain't going to fly with me. And whether or not you have a desire to be an entrepreneur or you don't, I ask for you to come onto this training and just listen and at least have an open mind. Because one of the biggest things, I think we can agree that I've been a successful entrepreneur over the last 14 years. One of the biggest things that has contributed to my success is that I've had an open mind, and I'm willing to open up my mind and not close it off. I'm willing to come in with a humble heart and a humble spirit and say, you know something? Maybe there's something that you might know that I don't know. So for me, I did that quite a few years ago, and it has radically changed my life and has changed my family's lives. And more importantly, than just me, I've been able to do that for other people and help them change their life and their family's life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If somebody wants to put it in the comment section, it's going to be trainthept.com. That's where you can actually sign up. If you sign up from now, you'll get a link to the live training room. It's going to be a private training room. You have to sign up in order to get the link to be able to go to that training room. It's going to be at noon Eastern time on Saturday. And I'm really excited, really blessed to be able to do this for you all. And just really excited about what's going to happen in 2019, because my goal, my mission is to create 400 new entrepreneurs in healthcare in 2019. Not just 400 new entrepreneurs. Actually, I'll tell you this real quick. I have a private coaching group, and that coaching group is it's a very high investment group, right? It's basically me helping people become entrepreneurs, right? And, I'll actually tell y'all, that group is nearly $20,000 a year that people work with me for me to help them build their businesses. And I actually got 8 people from that group. 8 people from that group that applied to the program, but they weren't entrepreneurs. I'm sorry, they weren't healthcare professionals. They weren't healthcare professionals. And trust me, that's a lot of money now, all right? I mean, I got money, but shoot, I don't want to just be throwing away money like that. But I actually didn't take them into my program because I feel like my calling and my mission and what God has told me to do right now is to help healthcare providers become entrepreneurs and not other people. And just because I'm good at business doesn't mean that I necessarily want to work with everyone. I really, really, really feel like it is my mission right now to work with healthcare professionals. Maybe that will change years from now. I don't know. But right now, I just feel like that's who needs this the most. Because one of the things I know about healthcare professionals, whether it's OTs, it's PTs, it's pre-occupational therapy students, pre-PT students, is that you have a heart for helping people. You have a heart for helping sick people. And what sick people need is they need happy people around them. And if you have those 5 problems, you dead ass broke, you got massive debt, you got no way to ascend people, you have no way to ascend your career, you have no way to level up, and you're basically being bound by the man, because you're part of the 95% and the man is part of the 5%, well, that makes you unhappy. And if you're unhappy, you're going to bring that on to your patients. And that makes for really, really, really crappy healthcare. And so I really believe that entrepreneurship is going to be the key to us bringing back healthcare in America to the level that it needs to be at. And that's why I'm on a warpath and I'm on a mission to allow healthcare providers to reinvent themselves and learn this new skill, a skill that's no harder than anything that you learn in school. But it's a powerful skill that when you combine that with what you learn in school or what you're going to learn in school, it can change your life. And I'm really excited to be able to do that for y'all this Saturday. So trainthept.com. You can sign up there. And yeah, I hope to see you on Saturday. All right, I'll talk later.